It's time for Wednesday night volleyball at the Drubner Center as the Post Eagles return home and look to avoid a Halloween scare against the Felician Golden Falcons. Thanks for joining me on the CACC Network. I'm Matt Scalzo. It's got a good one in store this afternoon, or this evening rather. Felician coming in, not having the season they were hoping for, sitting at 6-16 on the season with a 3-7 mark in conference play. Head coach Kim Patrico is trying to put an emphasis on playing more aggressive and trying to hold on to fourth place in the CACC North Division and make its way back into the playoffs. Meanwhile, the Eagles of Post have come in winners of 5 straight and are coming off a gritty 5-set win at Chestnut Hill over the weekend. We'll dive into that one as this match moves along. Post is also the only team in the CACC to already have clinched a postseason spot, and they're in control of its own destiny as they sit at first place atop the North Division with some games in hand over the Bridgeport Golden Knights. They still have a matchup left to go against Bridgeport, so still some more things to be shaken out, but with a 2-game advantage over Bridgeport, Post is looking good to make its way back into the postseason and get a regular season title in the CACC for the first time in program history. National Anthem is coming up. I'll step aside when we come back. All of the starters, and then it's First Serve from the Drubner Center. Welcome back to the Drubner Center. Starting lineups have been announced. First for the Felician Golden Falcons, Sophia Watterson starts at the center position. Alicia Hamilton starts at middle blocker. Carla Maldonado's on the outside. Lorena Stoicheva is one of the defensive specialists, along with Megan Barker starts on the outside with Kaya Jackson. Ashana Cavanis starts on the outside as well. Allie Reeser is libero for this Felician team. Here's the post starting lineup.
Hi, I'm Tamara Radovanova and I'm from Bachelor Series 2.
Hi, I'm Kaylee Harper from Colorado.
Hi, I'm Hannah Brandt and I'm from Oshaslin, Germany.
Hi, my name is Kristina Peric and I'm from Belgrade, Serbia.
Hi, I am Maria Fernanda Branco and I'm from Curitiba, Brazil.
Hi, I'm Sarah Enright and I'm from Yorba Linda, California.
Hi, my name's Alyssa. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona.
Well, there's the starters for the Post Eagles. Same starting lineup as it has been this entire season for head coach Tiffany Verney in her third season at the helm. Only a slight change. There's only been one match where there's been a slight change in the starting lineup. That was the first time against Felician, in which Christina Peric did not play, but she's back in the starting lineup tonight, and she's been on an absolute tear this season. We'll dive into her more as this one moves along. Back to serve is Carla Maldonado for Felician to get us going from the Drubner Center. Down the line and out of bounds off the arm of Kaylee Harper, looking for the roll shot. All-time Post is 31-8 against Felician, 15-4 at home, and swept the Golden Falcons earlier this season on September 18th. But Felician off to an aggressive start, a 2-0 run. After the hitting error, and now a service ace from Carla Maldonado. Maldonado, a senior from Puerto Rico, starts on the outside. Harper down the line. There's Maldonado with the dig. And Megan Barker, who normally wears number 10, rocking number 9 tonight, notches her first kill of the evening. 6'1" sophomore outside hitter out of St. Catharines, Ontario. Out of system, it floats back over. And Harper goes long once again. A quick 4-0 run for the Golden Falcons prompts a timeout from head coach Tiffany Verney. First time these two teams met. In the first set, it was Post 25, Felician 3. It was the lowest output of the season for the Golden Falcons. Well, they've righted the ship here in set 1. A quick 4-0 run to begin this. And they've been taking advantage of miscues from the Post team. A couple of service errors, hitting errors. One against Harper, and then that one again from Harper as well. Megan Barker had the kill, and then obviously the service ace from Carla Maldonado. When speaking with head coach Kimberly Batrico, she talked about how one of the strengths of her team is being scrappy and aggressive defensively and at the service line. Put on display currently by Carla Maldonado. Back underway out of the quick timeout. And Harper is denied in the middle. Rather, it'll be 4 touches, no contact on the block, ruled by the referees. But Kaya Jackson and Ashana Cavanis were there if need be. And the first point of the evening goes to Post on a service error from Maldonado. Strong service run for Maldonado. Saw her pick up her 16th service ace of the season. And now it goes back to Post with Maria Fernanda Branco and the starting setter. Bump to the outside and Harper off the block. Back row swing from Maldonado. Radovano right down Main Street off the arms of Jackson in the middle, and Post has back-to-back points to get into this match. Outside Barker off the block, kept up by Bronco. The bump set from Groves. And Perrick right down the line, splits the defense in the back row. And after a 5-0 run for Felician, it has been a 3-0 run for Post, with Christina Perrick notching her first kill of the afternoon. Or the evening, excuse me. 6 p.m., I sure would hope it's not the afternoon. Here comes Harper across court. Post with a resounding 4-0 run. It's 1 point away from tying it up. Jackson through the middle. It was blocked and covered. Perrick down the middle, ties it at 5. Christina Perrick with her second kill. And Post has evened it at 5. Perrick has been simply outstanding this season in her first season with Post, transferring from AIC. Coming off a 20-kill performance in the 5-set win at Chestnut Hill over the weekend. And she has a hitting error here, giving Felician the lead back. That match against Chestnut Hill, real measuring stick. Post has been unbeaten against teams in the North Division. The South is where they've had trouble. Lone loss in conference play came against Holy Family. And then Chestnut Hill, one of the better teams in the West, near the top, along with Wilmington and Georgian Court. Floated over, a joust. An illegal attack called against Tamara Radovano. She disagrees with the call. And Sarah Enright will have a conversation with the official at the net. No further discussion. It's a 7-5 lead. In system, a set to the outside. Perrick finds the line. And she's got her third kill in this first set. Kimberly Patrico, the head coach for Felician, does not agree with the call. From my vantage point, it was also a little close. The official saying it caught some piece of that white line. An extended rally between these two. And Perrick puts an end to it, pushing it through the block, tying it at 7. Also looked like a light went out above my head here, along with my producer Jarrett's head. A little dimmer. A little dimness never stopped Christina Perrick. 5 kills, and Post is in front with an 8-5 lead, or an 8-7 lead, excuse me. Harper clips the top of the tape and drops it in for a service ace. A 9-2 run over the last 11 points for Post. Radovano can't clear the top of the net. substitutions for Felician. Kaya McLean comes in, as does Sarah Betts, who slots into the front row. McLean will have the serve. Perrick falling backwards doesn't stop her. 6 kills for Christina Perrick on 8 swings, with just 1 error for the first 10 points for Post. And Perrick keeps on rolling, slamming that off the block and out of play. Maria Fernanda Bracco keeps feeding the hot hand, and rightfully so. And Megan Barker gets Felician back on the board. Powerful swing into the cross court, went off the arms of Harper. Barker's the top hitter on this Felician team. Came in with 190 kills on the season, averaging 2.71 kills per set. And there's the first appearance of the block for Felician. Alicia Hamilton and Sarah Betts combined for a double block. That's one of the weaknesses within this Felician team, is limiting opposing defenses. Or limiting opposing offenses, my apologies. Carla Maldonado fires it off the arms of Perrick and Brandt in the middle. And we're knotted at 11. When talking with Coach Patrico during the week, she told me she wants to see more aggressiveness from her team and find it throughout the entirety of the match. That serve goes long from Barker. But we saw it in this one, a 5-0 run to start for the Golden Falcons. Post came surging back, and she had told me that some of the weaknesses among her team is the efficiency needed to keep those aggressive runs going, sometimes taking their foot off the gas and letting opponents back into it. Knotted at 12 after Perrick's service error. Lenice Castillo will come in place of Perrick in the back row. Kaya Jackson also slots back into the front row for the Golden Falcons. Allie Reeser is back at the service line. And the two teams go back and forth trading service errors. First it was Barker, then Perrick, now Reeser. Can Sarah Enright stop the train? And she does. Maldonado again off the block. And we're tied at 13. Maldonado just stands at 5'8" and is an all-round player for this Felician team. It's really, as she goes, the offense goes, and really the team as a whole. She can play every position on the court, and even at 5'8", you can see the power behind her swings and the athleticism to get up high. And service error gives Post the lead back. Hannah Brandt goes back to the line. And Maldonado's got another kill. That powerful swing sent Post scrambling back and forth between Hannah Brandt, Bella Ray, and Lenice Castillo. Alyssa Groves comes into the back row. Tough receive for Enright, ends in an ace for Felician. And the Golden Falcons are back in front, up 15-14. That ace coming from none other than Carla Maldonado. Barker down the line. Puts it right in front of Enright. Maldonado with a strong serve, attacking Enright once again, and free ball floated over, easily tapped down by Kaya Jackson. That's something Coach Patrico talked about. One of the strengths of this team is being aggressive at the service line. Nearly turned into fortune again for Felician, but it was Bella Ray quick on her feet to pick up a kill and give a much-needed point to post. Maria Bracco comes back in place of Ray. And Christina Perrick is back on the outside. In place of Lenice Castillo, Bracco goes back at the service line. She has 6 assists along with 5 digs so far through this first set. Jackson's blocked. It comes back over. Barker into the back row and out of reach for Alyssa Groves. Jackson's serve comes awkwardly off her arms, or off her hand rather. Goes out of bounds. Kelly Harper back at the line. She's been part of many big service runs for post this season, in a spot where the Eagles need one. Enright swing goes long, and Felician inches closer. Kaya McLean comes in for Shauna Cavanis. Sarah Betts back into the front row as Watterson comes out. Free ball from post. And Enright has it go awkwardly off her hand. A huge point for Felician in that set. Makes them the first to 20 points. Strong read from Allie Reeser off the ceiling. And post will burn its second timeout. We'll step aside with it. Felician throwing the first punch inside the Drubner Center. Now the timeout at the Drubner Center, a 20-16 lead for Felician over post. Kimberly Patrico in her 3rd season at the helm of this Felician team comes in with a 23-56 record overall, 17-27 in conference play. just like her opposition in Tiffany Burney, who's also in her third season. And Burney just burned her second and final timeout in this first set. And out of the timeout, Perrick pushed it out of bounds. Now a 5-point advantage for the Golden Falcons, looking for a stunning first set win. And Christina Perrick answers back with a kill. That's number 8 on the evening for her. She's got 8 of the 11 kills for post in this first set. Isabel Ray, Kelly Harper, and Tamara Rodovino all have 1 each, and a service error against the Eagles pushes it back to a 5-point advantage. Carla Maldonado comes back in, replaces Kaden Millette. Perrick is denied. Maldonado and Hamilton meets her for a roof. And Felician sits 2 points away from taking set number 1. And now they're down to 1. Megan Barker with a service ace. That's her first, third overall for Felician. The other 2 belong to Carla Maldonado. And Barker looking to end set 1. We'll go a little further as there's a service error, something that plagued Felician early. Bella Ray comes back in the front row. Maria Bronco checks out. Christina Perrick has the serve in the back row. Floated over. Maldonado denied, and this keeps on going. Bella Ray and Hannah Brandt combined that time. Perrick too strong, and Felician takes set 1, 25-19, staying aggressive through the entirety of the set, where the Golden Falcons, they're looking to give a little spooky scare to this post-Eagle team. Set 1 done. Felician with the win. Set 2 coming up on the CACC network. Back inside the Drubner Center, set 2 coming up. Felician taking set 1, 25-19, and held a 1-0 lead overall in the match. Post, the top team in the North, taking on Felician, who's 4th, and hold a 3-7 record. Post 9-1 in CACC play. This is the best season for the Eagles since 2018. And in the first set, Christina Perrick, as she's done majority of this season. It's not uncommon to see this at the top of the stat sheet with 8 kills. What is uncommon, though, is the supporting cast of Kelly Harper, Sarah Enright, Tamara Rudovino, and Hannah Brandt. Among those 4, they've combined for 2 kills. One from Harper, one from Rudovino. Isabella Ray has the other, but for Enright, 4 total attacks, 2 errors, a negative 500 clip. Hannah Brandt had an error on her lone swing. Maria Bronco gets us going in set number 2. And Harper gets set 2 going with her second kill. That's something that's going to be big for Post going forward, and what's been big for them throughout the entirety of this season is not just Perrick, but the other players in Enright, Brandt, Rudovino at times, and Kaylee Harper, who was the top hitter last season for a Post team that went 8-24. And now some energy starting to build. And a quick start to set number 2. And Felician on its back foot to begin set number 2. Students starting to get back into it for Post. And Bronco continues to serve. Groves racing in. Phenomenal dig. And Perrick and Rudovino turn away Cavanis for a double block, and it's a 4-0 run to begin set number 2. The first meeting between these two was a sweep in Post's favor, and it was absolutely dominating and suffocating defensively against Felician. Held Felician to a season low in kills, hitting percentage, assists, and total blocks. And set 1, Felician came out and threw the first punch. Set 2, Post is flipping the script. A 5-0 run to start set number 2. And Felician will take a timeout. We'll step aside as well on the CACC network. Back inside the Drubner Center, and the more things change, the more they stay the same. A little bit of a eerily similar start, and by a little bit I mean basically carbon copies but flipped. In set 1, Felician started the match on a 5-0 run, prompting a post timeout, and then the Eagles ripped off a 9-2 run. Here in set number 2, it's Post that started on a 5-0 run. Felician took a timeout. And out of the timeout, they get on the board, the Golden Falcons. Carla Maldonado goes back to the service line. She had the kill there, and Perrick with an absolute thunderbolt from the outside. stops any thought of Felician answering back with a run of their own. 9 kills for Christina Perrick. And Enright gets on the board. Sarah Enright, uncharacteristically in that first set, had no kills, 2 errors on 4 total swings. She's got her first kill of the night. See if that gets her going. And this is the post offense that the CACC has become familiar with. Strong serves, leading the free balls, and an in-system offense. What the weapons post has is one of the most dangerous combos in the CACC. Felician answers back after Bronco's first initial hit floated back over. The outside, here's Perrick. She's walled off. Megan Barker and Alicia Hamilton meet her at the top. And Enright's got her second kill. A dime of a first pass from Enright gave Bronco an easy set, and Enright finished it off. Alicia Hamilton didn't get all of it, but got enough of it and put it into a spot that was tough to get to for Maria Bronco. Kaya McLean is back to serve for Felician. Sarah Betts has come back into the front row. Point goes to post after an illegal block attempt from Alicia Hamilton coming over the net. On Maria Bronco's set, Hamilton, a freshman out of Goose Creek, South Carolina. She's become the top blocker on this Felician team. Has a block in all but 2 matches this season. She's continued that trend into tonight. Harper from the back row goes long. Perrick is in disbelief. And Felician inches a little closer. Carla Maldonado replaces Caden Millette. They were a little quick to sub and had to redo that just to make sure. Tough receive for Castillo. Goes out of bounds for a service ace off Megan Barker. That's her second. 4 total aces for this Felician team. And to begin the match, it felt like they had trouble just putting the ball in play off the serve. Bats into the cross court. There's Castillo. An extended rally ends on Sarah Enright's 3rd kill. Harper with a little extra juice behind that swing. Enright can't find its way over the net. Tap on the chest saying that's on me. Enright had a phenomenal match against Chestnut Hill over the weekend. 12 kills, 3 service aces, 24 digs. Along with a block as well. She's a gadget player that fills the stat sheet. Has the ability to play all 6 positions on the court, just like Kaylee Harper, who notches her 5th kill, 4th in this second set alone. And this second set, we're seeing more of that post offense that I was talking about. In that first set, as a team, the Eagles hit 0-27. The second set, 368. An attacking error called against Maldonado. That swing head into the far antenna, and it was picked up by the official on the near side on post end, where next to Hannah Brandt serving. A tap over from Sarah Betts works out. Found a little soft spot and set post scrambling. Betts with their 35th kill of the season, first of this evening. First kill since the 12th of October against Georgian Court, where she had 2 kills. Last played on the 16th against Bridgeport. Only had 2 sets played, no kills in that one. Enright races in, keeps it alive. And then finished off by Felician. Everyone came scrambling over from post, trying to keep that ball alive. Harper, a sizzler into the back corner. Kaylee Harper having a phenomenal second set. 5 kills, 6 total on the match. Swing from Kaya Jackson goes long. Jackson has seen an increase of playing time along with Felicia Hamilton. They've been the top blockers on this Felician team since Tatum Williams has gone down and hasn't played since the end of September. Christina Parrick hadn't said her name in a little while. She wanted to remind us that she's still there, and she's the first to double figures in kills. That's her 10th, and Felician will take another timeout. It's a 17-10 post lead here in set number 2. Back inside the Drubner Center. Out of the timeout. Post with a 17-10 lead over Felician. Maria Branco will continue to serve. Out of the timeout, Kaya Jackson gets the Golden Falcons back on the board, pushing it through the double block of Radovino and Perrick. As I was talking about, Jackson and Hamilton, the two freshman middle blockers. Jackson's listed as an opposite hitter, but they're the top two blockers on the team. And have stepped up in the absence of Tatum Williams. Williams, the sophomore middle blocker at Corona, California. Now we're starting to see our first Halloween appearance in the crowd. I believe that's Elvis. And Megan Barker puts that off the block, and Felician inches a little closer. Set to the outside, Perrick the tap over. Enright's roll shot sails just a tad long. And Felician with a 3-1 run out of the timeout. Kaya Jackson will go back to serve. Perrick through the middle, and she's denied. Shauna Cavanis and Alicia Hamilton. As I was talking about, Hamilton, top blocker on this team, right on cue, albeit a few points late. She's got 5 total blocks in this match. And Perrick can't find the line. An 18, what once was a 17-10 lead has now become an 18-15 lead. A 5-1 run for the Golden Falcons has them back within reach here in set number 2. We're back after the break here on the CACC Network. Back inside the Drubner Center, Felician roaring back here in set number 2 on a 5-1 run, trails just by 3, an 18-15 post lead in set number 2. And for Felician, this has kind of been the norm as of late, competing in most of their matches, and albeit a lot of them have been sweeps, they've been swept in 4 of their last 5 matchups. But they've been getting back on track, competing in all 3 sets, even if they are sweeps. And Sarah Enright out of the timeout for post gets them back on track, back on the board with her 4th kill. Makes it 19-15. We'll talk more about this Felician team, especially with a lot of the young players have stepped up. And one of them, right on cue, was Shauna Cavanis, sophomore out of Pagoda, New Jersey. Sits 3rd on the team in kills with 118, averaging 1.62 per set. And that's her 3rd of the match. That serve goes out of bounds. And post is the first to 20. Bella Ray comes back in for Maria Bronco, the 2 setters. Bronco, a back row player, Ray, a front row setter. The 2 have talked about at length how they went from competing against one another to working with one another and basically completing one another's game. Harper from the back row gets a kill off the pipe, and it's a 21-16 lead. Harper has been a huge factor in this second set. She has 7 kills overall in the match, 6 of which have come in this second set. Serve goes out of bounds from Christina Perrick, who was phenomenal in set number 1. 8 kills. She only has 2 here in set number 2. But that's what this post team has done. One person can have the hot hand, and another might struggle a little bit. In the next set, it might change, and that's what's happened here. Perrick was red hot in that first set. But then the other supporting pieces, and more or less on other teams, they would be stars. And Sarah Enright, Kelly Harper, and Hannah Brand, along with Tamara Radovino, they've come into their own in this second set to help support Christina Perrick, and that's what's been so big for post in set number 2. Hannah Brandt can't find the line. It's back-to-back points for Felician. They inch within 2. Double contact was called against post 2 points ago. Now Brandt with the hitting error. And Harper goes long as well. And what was once a 21-16 lead for post has now dwindled down to a 1-point advantage. And now it is tied at 21 on Megan Barker's 3rd service ace in the match. Enright, a howitzer from the outside. And it's all business for Sarah Enright. One of the captains, emotional leaders as well on this team. Enright keeping that point alive. And it ends in a post point. A huge scramble from post. Castillo had the initial contact. Enright contorted herself over her body for Groves to just set a free ball over. Miscommunication in the back row. Enright and Groves let it go. And it drops in for a Felician kill. And it's tied at 23. Sarah Betts getting the kill. Had it blocked, and then the first pass went off the antenna from Ray. And Reeser puts Felician on set point in set number 2. Timeout taken from head coach Tiffany Burney. This match has flipped on its head. It looked like Post had it in control to take set number 2 and even it back at 1, and now they're on the brink of falling down 2-0 to Felician. Post at one point in this set was hitting 368 as a team. It's dropped below 200 at 195. That 200 clip has been the point in between for Post this year. When they're hitting above 200, they're undefeated on the season. Sitting at 10-0 coming into tonight. They're 4-8 when they hit below 200 as a team. One of those 4 wins came last time out against Chestnut Hill. albeit they hit 199, which is basically right there. But here in this match overall, they're hitting 115 as a team. Post has taken all its timeouts here in set number 2, and they have no room for error. Allie Reeser, who's just coming off a service ace, looks to do the same to end set number 2. And she does just that. A line drive serve sent Post scrambling. And Allie Reeser and the Felician Golden Falcons have thrown 2 big blows and hold a 2-0 lead overall in the match. Head coach Kim Patrico wants her team to stay aggressive, keep the foot on the gas as they look for a stunning sweep on the night before Halloween here on the CACC network. Back inside the Drubner Center, Felician with a stunner. Up 2-0 over the top team in the North and the Post Eagles. They took set 1, 25-19, and then they stormed back in set number 2, ending it on a 9-2 run to take it 25-23. And it's crazy how things work. Felician started on a 5-0 run to set number 1. Post answered back with a 9-2 run. Post went up 5-0 in set number 2. Felician didn't respond with a 9-2 run right away, but when Post was up 5 late in set number 2, that's when the Golden Falcons struck with a 9-2 run. It's crazy how numbers work, and the more things change, the more they stay the same, as Felician starts set number 3 off with a point. Back and forth, it's Jackson slapping it over. Good read off the ceiling by Watterson. And Radovino goes long. And now a change is made by the officials. They call a touch against Kaya Jackson, who nods to her coach in Kimberly Patrico, saying, yeah, I touched that. So there's no further disagreement. There was an uproar from the Post side and the students section that's here in attendance. A large amount of it is the Post Eagles baseball team. And Felician gets a point as post is called for a carry. An instant disagreement from the post side. This has been an interesting start to set number 3. Maria Bronco went to argue with the call, and the official turned her away, saying, Sarah Enright's your representative that I've been talking to throughout this match. And Radovano answers back with a kill of her own, evening it at 2. Megan Barker continues her strong night. That's kill number 7 overall. She's got 10 digs, looking for another double-double. She did it last time out in the loss in straight sets at Bloomsburg. 10 kills, 10 digs for her. Cross-court set into Enright. The roll shot is handled. Betts drops a dime into the back corner on the cross-court swing. 3 kills for Sarah Betts. Her and assistant coach Braun Schuler flexing their muscles. A little ritual that they have as this one has gone along. I've picked up on it. Service error from Kaya McLean. Comes back to Alyssa Groves, who's got 20 digs overall in this match. Barker, there's Bronco. And Enright puts post back in front. As I was talking about, Groves, who's currently serving, 20 digs overall in the match. She came into tonight 70 away from tying the all-time record in post history in digs. She's cut that deficit down to 50 with 20 tonight. And a long homestand for the Eagles makes it more than achievable for Groves to get it done at at home inside the Drubner Center. And Brandt is stuffed. Alicia Hamilton and Sarah Betts, another double block. That's the 7th total block from Felician in this match. And Hannah Brandt has been completely factored out. Coming off her season high 11 kills at Chestnut Hill over the weekend. She's got none today. Setting error against McLean. That one goes into the near antenna, and post evens it at 6. Harper from the back row. Reeser races in and punches it over. And there's Hannah Brandt taking advantage of the free ball and notches her first kill of the evening. Much needed point, gets the monkey off her back. And gives post a 7-6 lead. Strong serve from Perrick. Illegal attack called against Felician, and it's an 8-6 post lead. Looking back to their first meeting, a sweep in post's favor was the first win in conference play of the season for the Eagles. And just overall in that match, it was domination from this Eagles team. 25-3, 25-11, and 25-12. Another point for the Eagles following another error, 4 touches called against the Golden Falcons. And it's a 9-6 advantage, but you think about it, how quickly things can change. That was about a month and a half ago on the 18th of September. At home in Rutherford, New Jersey for Felician, where Post looked like the team it had the potential to be, taking advantage and taking care of those opponents in the North Division that we've seen, teams that have struggled. But this Felician team has turned a new page. They're looking different, they're looking bolder, and they're more aggressive through this one. But Post is starting to flex its muscles a little bit. Bellaray winning the joust. That's 11-6 lead on Kim Bertrico. And Felician is going to take a timeout here in set number 3. We'll take one with her on the CACC network. Back in the Drubner Center, out of the timeout, 11-6 Post in front in set number 3. And Carla Maldonado, haven't had to say her name in a while. She reminds us that she's still there, she's still producing. Picks up kill number 5 and gets Felician back on the board, trailing by 4 now. Enright into the cross court. A thunderous strike. Sarah Enright's been huge as this match has moved along. After one set, she had no kills on 4 total swings with 2 errors for a negative .500 hitting percentage. Now as it stands, we'll get to that after this point. Big save from Groves and Brandt through the middle. Another player that's had a resurgent evening. But for Enright now, she sits at 7 kills on 3 errors with a .211 hitting percentage, a complete turnaround. Meanwhile, for Hannah Brandt, she didn't have a kill through the first 2 sets. She's the engine inside that middle blocking group. Enright from the back row. Make that 8 for Enright. And Hannah Brandt, who had 2 kills no kills on 2 errors through 2 sets, has 2 kills on 1 error in this 3rd set. Groves another dig, setter dump from Ray. Now this Post offense is showing what it can do when it's at its best. Bella Ray, when she can set to the outside with consistency, then draws that defense in, and she's just as dangerous as a hitter as she is a setter. There's a big block. Sarah Betts and Kaya Jackson shutting down Kaylee Harper. Watterson and Cavanis come back in. And some moisture built up on the court. Ali Reeser and Carla Maldonado going to do what they can to pick that up. But as I was talking about, this Felician team is a young team with a lot of new pieces put in place. Just looking at the starter, Sophia Watterson is a sophomore. Ali Reeser is a junior, but she's in her first season after transferring from Arizona Western. She's in her third school in 3 years. Was at Arizona Western last year, Missouri State Western Plains the year before that. Now she's with Felician. Magnificent scramble from post to keep that point alive. In system. And it's Brandt to finish it off. And Brandt will have the serve at the back row. And it's a service ace for Hannah Brandt. Head coach Kim Patrico is going to take a timeout and talk it over with their young team, as Post has come off to a roaring start in set number 3, trying to fight their way back and keep its winning streak alive. We'll be back after this on the CACC Network. Back out of the timeout. Felician has taken both its timeouts. Hannah Brandt gets us back underway. Kaya Jackson's blocked, and then she pushes it over. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Harper blocked, it was covered, and she gets it to go on her second try. It's up to a 10-point advantage for Post. And that goes out of bounds from Hannah Brandt. Before the timeout, I was talking about this team for Felician and the youth and new pieces that are in place. Just finished talking about Ali Reeser. Alicia Hamilton talked about her freshman middle blocker leading the team in total blocks. Carla Maldonado is the lone senior that started this match. And what a journey it has been for Maldonado. Maldonado started her career at the D1 level at St. Francis College in Brooklyn. They shut down their volleyball program, and they shut down their athletic department as a whole. She transferred to Bloomfield for a semester, then she ended up with Alliance University, and now she's here at Felician. Megan Barker, who just had the kill, she's a sophomore out of Ontario. She's been phenomenal this year as well. Harper puts an end to that rally. Kaya Jackson, I've talked about her, big 6'2" freshman out of Upper Marlboro, Maryland in the middle. She's had an impact along with Shauna Cavendish. She's a sophomore. All but 2 of their starters are underclassmen. One of them is in her first season with Felician. This is a team that took a long time to gel, long time to find the right lineup. This is the first time that Kim Patrico has seen success and consistency from a lineup. That's something she talked about with me ahead of the match, was finding that consistency, what lineup was going to be working. And through 2 sets, she has found a lineup that has worked with some pieces in place that have gotten Felician back into a good point. Harper down the line, puts it into the corner. And Post is the first to 20, up 20-12. 5 points away from forcing set number 4. And an ace for Kaylee Harper. Miscommunication from Felician's side. A line drive bullet from Kaylee Harper right into the arms of Barker and drops down for another ace. Back-to-back aces for Kaylee Harper. And Cavanis gets the kill to end the run from Kaylee Harper. As a 3-0 run, all done by Kaylee Harper. A kill and a pair of aces. And an ace from Kaya McLean. Miscommunication on post end between Groves and Enright. Parrick down the line, kept alive, and a free ball is sent over. And Parrick gets it to go off the double block. It's been a while since we've sent Christina Parrick's name. That's her first kill in this third set. She had 8 in set number 1, 2 in set number 2, and now just 1 here in set 3. Sarah Betts has kill number 4. Gets that off the block and then rolls into the antenna. Post 2 points away from pushing this one to 4 sets. They have no room for error, do the Eagles. Trying to do something that's been done to them, a reverse sweep. But Parrick closed off by Hamilton and Maldonado. Now we're seeing a change in the front row. Colleen Romero checks in place of Christina Parrick. Enright from the outside. Puts it down and Post goes on to set point. And a wave of substitutions for Post. Bella Ray comes back into the front row, and Alexa Arnold checks in, taking out Romero. Strong serve from Arnold, puts Felician on the back foot, and Enright puts an end to set number 3 with extra emphasis on her 9th kill of the match, and Post will push this to 4 sets. The Eagles with a 25-16 win in set 3, set 4 on its way from the Drubner Center. back inside the Drubner Center. Post not going away quietly on this Wednesday evening. Felician with a 2-0 lead. The Eagles responded back with a resounding 25-16 win in set number 3. There's no room for error for the Eagles here. Post in control of its own destiny in the CACC. You win out and they would be regular season champions, but they got to get through this one against Felician. They're currently tied with Georgia in court for the best record in conference play at 9-1. The Golden Falcons sit at 3-7. They're looking to play spoiler and give Post a scare the night before Halloween. Set 4 will get going here. Two teams switch sides. Maria Branco will have the serve to get us going in set number 4. All-time, Felician is 8-31 against Post. They lost earlier this year, but swept last year, winning both meetings. Cavanis from the outside, and goes out of bounds, and Post starts set number 4 with the point. Something to watch in this set is the hitting percentage for Post. They hit 227 in that third set. They won it. Prior two sets were below 200 at 027 and 167. Both losses. And a strong start in set number 4. And Kaya Jackson puts the Golden Falcons on the board following a double block from Tamara Radovino and Kaylee Harper. Maldonado at the back. Barker goes long with her swing, didn't catch a touch, and it's a 3-1 lead for Post. Parrick is blocked on that swing. Went out of bounds, but off the redirection, it caught her back before it went out of bounds and gives the point to Felician. And Kaya Jackson has the serve. Enright is this third player in the match. Second on Post to reach double figures in kills. She's got a double-double, 10 kills along with 11 digs. Megan Barker for Felician also has 10 kills and 12 digs. There is Barker, handled by Groves. Enright again is denied. That's a 4-3 lead for Post. Parrick has 11. She had 8 in the first set on 13 swings with just 2 errors. Since then, 3 kills, 7 total errors on 18 swings. It's been a complete turnaround for Felician to factor out Christina Parrick. But the supporting cast of Kaylee Harper and Sarah Enright, along with Hannah Brandt, have gotten into form. Parrick through the middle, goes long, didn't get a block touch, and it's evened at 4. Enright, it floats back over. Brandt tries to tap it down, and it's kept alive. In a scramble, it's a free ball from Harper. Hamilton pushes it wide. And a huge point from post. Ray replaces Bronco, and Castillo takes out Perrick. Long conversation between head coach Tiffany Verney and her top hitter and Christina Perrick. Castillo serving in place of Perrick. Now has a dig on the cross-court swing. Harper from the back row. Inches closer to double figures with her 9th kill. Betts goes long on the cross-court attack. And Lenise Castillo, who hasn't served in quite some time, departing this service run. She had 3 service aces to begin the year, no errors. But Christina Perrick upped her serving game and has been a big factor in this post run. Carry called against Enright. Gives Felician the point. Enright tapping her chest saying, yep, that's on me, that happened. It's okay, we move on. That's what you got to do in volleyball. Points come quick in a hurry, one after the other. Can't dwell on something that happened. Ray with a nice read off the net. Maldonado, Groves somehow got to that. Harper comes running in. And Brandt, after that long rally, puts an end to it with her 3rd kill. Hats off to Alyssa Groves. I'm not quite sure how she got that ball up in the midst of that rally. Sometimes what I've learned watching Alyssa Groves, you're not going to have an answer sometimes. Sometimes she just finds a way to get there and keep a point alive. She's got 32 digs. That kill goes to Sarah Betts, her 5th. And Harper gets it to go, creeping over the net and dropping down for her 10th kill. Ray Radovino get up to meet Betts and just can't find a way to stop it from going out of bounds. Back to serve goes Watterson. She checks in place of McLean. Excuse me, that was Maldonado that actually got that kill. Floated over. An illegal attack called against Watterson. She doesn't agree with the call. Perrick comes back in. Castillo checks out along with Ray as Maria Bronco goes back to the service line. Kim Patrico having a conversation with the official. She wants an explanation as to why that was called against Watterson. Maldonado with a sizzler from the far side, puts it out of reach for Enright. And Felician's back within 2. Harper goes long with her swing, and Felician is within 1. Harper down the line. And she ties Perrick with a team in match high 11 kills. And Harper's serve goes long. Ty Jackson goes back to the service line for Felician. Free ball in system. Here's Enright. Goes off the arms of Cavanis, and it also caught Hamilton up high. And she'll be tended to. Center court will step aside here on the CACC network. After the timeout, Alicia Hamilton will stay in the match. Enright's powerful kill caught her up in the head area, and she was tended to by the post-athletic training staff, and she says she's good. She's going to stay in. Free ball from Maldonado. Brandt right down the middle. And Enright finishes off that point. Maria Bronco and Christina Perrick, they were in the same area, and Maria Bronco, who stands at 5'4", shoved 6'2" Christina Perrick out of the way to make sure she could set that ball. Blocked and covered. Setter dump by Watterson, executed brilliantly into the heart of the defense. And nobody could get there for post. Brandt continues to build off her impressive third and fourth set, now up to 5 kills. And Post is at a 15-11 advantage in set number 4, 10 points away from forcing a decisive 5th set. Back set to Harper from the back row. Free ball from Maldonado. Enright. There's Betts, floats back over. Brandt is there, and a net violation is called against Alicia Hamilton. The Eagles looking to force set number 5 and look for a reverse sweep. Maldonado off the block of Brandt and Ray. And Carla Maldonado has 8 kills to bring it within 3. Maldonado came into this one second on the team in terms of kills at 175. It's up to 183. Megan Barker led the way at 190. She's at an even 200. But Barker had no answer to that Sarah Enright kill, falling on her back. Sarah Enright has come out a different person over these last 3 sets. She now has a match-high 12 kills. Net violation goes against Bella Ray. And Allie Reeser will now have the serve. Enright was handcuffed. Leads to a free ball. Maldonado races in off the block, and she's got another kill. That's her 9th. And Felician, is within 2. Back-to-back kills now for Maldonado. That actually puts her into double figures with 10 kills. And now it's down to a 1-point advantage as Allie Reeser picks up a service ace. Substitution will be made for Post. Christina Perrick will come into the the back row, taking out Lenice Castillo. Reeser goes straight to her, and it's the same result as when Castillo was in, a service ace. And now a situational change. Perrick is in the back row at the furthest point. Groves slots into the middle with Harper to her left and Enright on her right. Enright with a strong first receive. Sets up Harper, floats over. Ray to Brandt, she's denied. And a free ball from Groves. Maldonado thought for sure there was a touch. From my vantage point, I also thought there was a touch on that point, but they will call it in Post's favor, and it's an 18-17 lead. Maldonado gets another crack at it and ties it up at 18. Maldonado has been on fire along with Allie Reeser to get back to this point and tied at 18. Set to the outside, Harper finds the back corner. Bronco replaces Ray, heads back to the service line. Maldonado from the other side. Groves has the read. Jackson off the block. Bronco keeps it alive. Back set to Maldonado. Is denied. Radovino and Harper with a double block. Den Post is the first to 20. They hold a 2-point advantage. And Kim Barrico and Felician going to take a timeout, trailing by a pair. Energy starting to build inside the Drubner Center. Post looking to force a decisive fifth set. Back inside the Drubner Center. Post with a 20-18 lead in set 4. Looking to send this the distance to set number 5. Bronco with the serve. Cavanis down the line. And Felician moves within 1. This is a Felician team that throughout most of the season has struggled, but now in this match, you're seeing that you cannot count them out. They ended set number 2 on a 9-2 run to take it 25-23. Harper off the block. Another kill for her, that's 13. And Post goes back back up by 2 and within 4 of a win in set number 4. And Christina Perrick, along with Tamara Radovino, a big double block to push the advantage up to 3. That's huge for Perrick. She hasn't had her offense going, but that will get her back on the board. And the energy continues to build. Another timeout taken by Kim Barrico, and the Golden Falcons will be back in a quick moment on the CACC Network. Back inside the Drubner Center. Post with a 22-19 lead in set number 4. 3 points away from sending this to set number 5. Barker denied. There's Radovino and Perrick once again. Back-to-back blocks from Christina Perrick. She's been stifled offensively, but that defense getting into gear, putting Post on the brink. Cavanis gets Felician to 20, and Kaylee Harper laughs that point off. Thought it was going to pop up off her hands, and it just died. And sometimes in those moments, all you can do is laugh when it doesn't exactly go your way. Enright Sarah Enright's been on a different level after set number 1, where she had no kills. These next 3 sets, she is up to 13. That ties Kaylee Harper for a match high and puts Post on the brink. And we are going 5 from the Drubner Center. Post has come all the way back. They trailed 2 sets to none, but wins in set 3 and now in set 4, 25-20. We will be going 5 sets from the Drubner Center. You're not going to want to miss the rest of this one on the CACC Network. Back inside the Drubner Center. Post was down 2 sets to none, but they were not out. The Eagles come back and force a 5th set. 25-16 in set 3, 25-20 in set 4. And for the 3rd time this season inside the Drubner Center, we will be going to a 5th set. Post is 1-1 in those matchups. A loss to begin their home season rather. A reverse sweep loss to AIC. Answered back with a 5-set win over the reigning CAC champs in Bridgeport. Now they're looking for a reverse sweep against Felician. But Kaylee Harper can't find her swing over the net, and the Golden Falcons start with a 1-0 lead. Felician is 1-1 in 5 sets. Post is 3-3 overall in the season. The Eagles just went 5 sets on Sunday against Chestnut Hill. An illegal block called against Cavanis, and it's even at 1. Harper with the serve. Barker from the outside. Harper's there on the dig. Over to Enright. There's never really a sure thing in life, but if there's one thing for sure, Sarah Enright has been on fire through these last 3 sets. She now moves into a match high 14 kills, and she's got double-digit kills in the last 3 matches, back-to-back double-doubles, with 11 digs today to go along with her 14 kills. There's Groves on another dig. And right into the cross court, right into the arms of Reeser. And Jackson with a much-needed kill. Ties it at 2. Kaya Jackson now has 5 kills. Maldonado and Barker leading the way in double figures with kills. Maldonado has 11, Barker with 10. Here comes Enright once more. Catches a block touch. Perrick through the block. There's Jackson. It floats back over. Barker went under the net on the post side to put it back in play and for a chance for a free ball. But that second pass went out of bounds around the antenna. And that's why it's a post point. Groves sends it into the net, and that's a service error. Groves is up to 42 digs. She needed 70 to set a new program record in career digs. So definitely have a chance doing that come Saturday against Jefferson. Here's Enright. She's blocked. Turned away by Alicia Hamilton and Sarah Betts. Last set, Hamilton was caught up high off a deflection from an Enright kill. She answers back with a block here. And that goes out of bounds from McLean. Ties it at 4. Again, fifth set is the first of 15. They switch sides when you reach the halfway mark at 8 points. If you're just joining me, Matt Scalzo, happy you could be with me on the CACC network. It's been a good one. Felician trying to give Post a Halloween scare and knock off the top team in the North. Post looking for a reverse sweep. Hamilton thought she had another block, kept alive by Enright. Betts. On a free ball from Groves. Barker into the cross court, out of reach for a sliding Castillo. Maldonado off the block. And Felician up by a pair. Carla Maldonado has been outstanding tonight along with Megan Barker. That's her 12th kill. And the lone senior in the starting lineup, and one of the captains of this team, has been outstanding. Hannah Brandt right down the middle once again. She's up to 7 kills. She's been huge for Post in this comeback. She was held without a kill for 2 sets. A tap over from Betts goes long, doesn't catch a touch, and it's evened back at 6. And an ace from Sarah Enright puts Post back in front, a 3-0 run from the Eagles. Maldonado from the outside answers back, ties it up at 7. Next point will push us to that halfway mark give both sides an abbreviated timeout as they switch sides. Back is Ali Reeser at the line. Tough serve. And a free ball from Groves. Maldonado again, and Felician reaches 8. And now we will switch sides. Well, they will switch sides. I'll stay right where I am. "14 kills for Carla Maldonado. That ties Sarah Enright for a match high. And she's been simply phenomenal. Reeser will get us going again out of the timeout. Enright from the back row catches a block touch. Back to Maldonado. Setter dump from Ray. There's Reeser. Maldonado again. Felician goes back to the well, and Maldonado keeps on producing. And a timeout will be taken by Post. It's a 9-7 Felician advantage here in set 5. And with that, we'll step aside as well. The Golden Falcons looking to knock off the top team of the North. They're 6 points away. Back inside the Drubner Center. Post on its heels in the 5th set, trailing 9-7. The Felician Golden Falcons looking for an upset win over the #1 team in the North Division in the CACC. The Eagles have won 5 in a row overall in the season and 5 in a row at home. But the Falcons looking to stop both of those streaks. They hold a 9-7 advantage. Ali Reeser will get us going at a timeout. If you're just joining me, Matt Scalzo, happy you could be with me. I'm choosing the right time to tune in at the end of this thriller as Reeser's serve goes long. And Post gets a much-needed point out of the timeout. Brandt with the serve. Reeser's got the receive. To the outside, Maldonado. She's been on fire. Carla Maldonado in this 5th set with 5 kills. And up to 16 overall on the match. Hitting at a 222 clip. Tough serve and right the roll shot. Back set to Cavanis. Floats back over. Maldonado pushes it through a block. Harper from the outside. A long extended rally ends in a Kaylee Harper kill, tying Sarah Enright for a team high 14 kills. A 10-9 advantage for Felician. Maria Branco, the top server on this Post team, heads back to the line. Set off the net, Jackson. Groves races in. And Harper ties it at 11. Well, scoreboard issue as it all sorted out. Kaylee Harper tied it at 10. Phenomenal dig for Melissa Groves, kept that rally alive. Maldonado kept up. Harper comes off the block and back over to post side. Harper again. Cavanis. Gets called for a violation, and Post is in front, 11-10. A 3-0 run for the Eagles leads to a Felician timeout. We'll step aside with that as well. It's been a good one inside the Drubner Center. Not going to want to miss the rest of this one on the CACC Network. Out of the Felician timeout, Maria Bronco gets us back underway. Maldonado is blocked, but it is covered. Cavanis through the double block of Radovino and Perrick ties it at 11. Dipping serve read by Groves. Roll shot from Harper, drops it in. Up to 17 kills now is Kaylee Harper. Jackson pushes it through, somehow pushed over by Radovino. But double contact is called against Post, and that knots it up at 12. To the outside end right, off the block, Barker reads it. Perrick. She's been quiet for quite some time, but Christina Perrick gets back on the board and pushes Post onto the brink. It's a 13-12 Eagles lead. Another timeout taken by Felician, and we'll step aside as well. The Eagles on the brink of a reverse sweep on a spooky Wednesday night in Middlebury. Both timeouts have been burned by Felician. Alyssa Groves will have the serve for Post out of timeout. The Eagles sit 2 points away from a reverse sweep, looking to improve to 10-1 in conference play. Groves dots the line, and the Eagles are on match point. Set to Cavanis. Enright for the win. There's Reeser. Groves floats it over. There will be no Halloween scare. The Eagles come all the way back, and they win it in 5 sets. And with a reverse sweep, they improve to 10-1 in conference play, and their win streak grows to 6 matches in a row. My goodness, what a good one that was. Kaylee Harper, a match-high 17 kills. Sarah Enright, a double-double, 14 kills, 14 digs. Alyssa Groves finishes with 47 digs. That's one off her career high she set earlier this year against New Haven. And Maldonado, she did all she could for this Felician team, up to 16 kills, but it was not enough. The Golden Falcons threw the first 2 punches, taking the first 2 sets, and then Post came all the way back with a reverse sweep. Post-game interviews coming up soon, but that'll do it for the broadcast. I've been Matt Scalzo on the CACC Network. If you want to catch any of the post-game broadcasts, don't go anywhere.
Hold on. Test. Test.
Matt Scalzo joined alongside Sarah Enright following the reverse sweep win over Felician. Sarah, you guys were down 2-0. What was said after that second set in the huddle?
You know, we have a target on our back being the first team in conference, and I think it was just like we could not let a team take us down, and everyone was fired up, and not at our home gym for sure.
Second straight match that you guys have gone to 5 sets. What does that say about your resolve and your grittiness within the huddle, within the locker room?
Yeah, I mean, no one's ever going to give up on this team, like I said before. We have a lot of seniors and grad students, and I think for sure that comes within ourselves, and that was not a game that we were going to lose, and I knew that after the second set was done.
For you individually, first set wasn't great. You were held without a kill, but then those next 4 sets you came alive. What changed for you individually throughout that match?
I think just my confidence. I mean, we were down in the first set. It's never easy to go up there and take a big swing when you're down, but just my teammates, they're always behind me, and I know that.
Well, congratulations. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Matt Scalzo joined alongside Kaylee Harper following the reverse sweep win over Felician. Kaylee, you guys were down 2-0. What was said in the huddle following that second set?
I mean, to keep it simple, just like pick it up, and just like to not give up.
This is the second straight match that you guys have gone to 5 sets following the win over Chestnut Hill. What does that say about that team that you guys have in the locker room, never really backing down from any fight?
I think we're all just like in it together, and we really just like support each other when it's tough, and so like we're confident that we can come back and fight.
And for you, you came back in a big way. First set, you were held to just 1 kill. You finished with 17. What changed for you throughout the course of the match?
I think honestly it wasn't like my teammates, Sarah and I were talking a lot on the court today, which helped a lot because it's easier to see from the back row sometimes than in the front row.
Well, congratulations on the win. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.